Dr. Michael Burry, portrayed in the film The Big Short, favorite of mine, successfully predicted the crash of 2008. More recently, he stated that he's invested heavily in farmland and water.
He's happy doing what he's doing right now, including buying farmland. Let's hear what he had to say.
I believe that agricultural land, productive agricultural land with water on site, will be very valuable in the future, and I've put a good amount of money into that. So I'm investing in alternative investments as well as stocks.
In this video, I'd like to show you the easiest way to invest in the farmland sector. If you're new to my channel, my name is Kenny Robinson. I'm a full-time investor and I upload videos here on YouTube all about wealth creation, passive income, long-term investments in order to build a community around people who enjoy those same things. So if you're interested in that type of thing, I invite you to join our community and subscribe. Now, we can start this video by asking the question, just how important is farmland? Well, I guess if any of us want to eat anything, I'd say it's quite important. So why isn't farmland as an investment commonly talked about today? Well, one theory might be is because it's not that sexy, to be honest. Talking about Tesla and Amazon and Google and Facebook is probably much more fun and has a sex appeal to it, but farmland has that very attractive buy and hold, slow appreciation method type of investment. I think farmland as an investment is often overlooked. Now, before we get into the easiest way to invest in farmland, I'd like to talk a little bit about the data behind the investment itself. See, viable farmland itself is limited. Not all open fields and open areas are suitable for crop production. It might be the soil content, it might be the local climate, or maybe water in that region is scarce altogether. Before serious crop production occurs, many tests on that specific plot of land are executed to make sure that it's worthy of that crop effort. In addition to limited farmable land, we also have to think about growing population. Long-term macro trends like this are a top consideration for buy and hold investors like myself. Last year in 2017, the United Nations released a publication stating that the annual global population growth was growing at over 1% per year. That equals an additional 83 million people per year. And with the 83 million people annually right now, by 2030, it's projected that we'll have an additional 1 billion people here on Earth. Now that's a lot of mouths to feed. So not only do we have 87 million more people that exist than the previous year each and every year that have the same consumption needs as we do, we also have to think about urban sprawl. So as cities grow over the decades to come, that may take up vacant land and arable land that once may have been farmable, but now it's a parking lot or it's a condominium or it's a skyscraper. So you have to think about those things as the land becomes limited, although population is increasing and more people need to eat more food. These are all factors that point to nutrient-rich land becoming more and more valuable over the years to come. At this point, you might be thinking, okay, all of this makes sense, but I know nothing about purchasing land. I've never even gotten my hands dirty. Where do I go from here? Well, in today's world, you can buy pieces of farmland on the NASDAQ. The company is called Gladstone Land Corporation. The ticker is LAND. It's a real estate investment trust, or REIT, R-E-I-T, and it's a REIT that specializes in owning U.S. farmland across the entire nation. Now, currently it owns farmland in 9 different states, and the farmland is valued at over $500 million. Now, the company doesn't own just any farmable land. It actually owns land that produces fresh produce like fruits and vegetables and certain nut varieties, rather than owning commodity farmland that produces things such as corn. The reason for this is fresh produce actually has higher profit margins, it has lower storage costs, lower price volatility, and is way less dependent on government assistance such as tariffs or subsidies. Additionally, commodity crops such as corn are usually dependent on rainfall, whereas fresh produce crops are irrigated through farm wells or connected to county water. This is the case in all of Gladstone farms, as all of them have access to either farm wells or county water. Gladstone doesn't operate the actual farms themselves, they just simply own the land, and they lease this land out to farmers on a triple net basis. This means that each individual farmer pays the property taxes, the maintenance, and the insurance associated with that plot of land, in addition to paying Gladstone the lease payment. Currently, at the filming of this video, Gladstone is trading at around $11.50 a share, pays an annualized dividend amount of 53 cents, which equals out to about 4.22%. Now, this is something an investor can purchase from their laptop in their living room without even setting foot on a farm itself, and they can gain access to over 75 different farms across the United States in 9 different states. Again, like most of my videos, farmland is a long-term buy and hold strategy. It's not a savings account or any sort of guaranteed investment. It's not FDIC insured, and you should always do your own research before purchasing or investing something. If you're interested in more information on farmland investing and the Gladstone Investors presentation, click the link below to receive that via email. If passive income is something that you're interested in, feel free to check out my other videos and consider joining the community by subscribing. Did you want to see something specific? Let me know in the comments section down below of investments that you'd like to see me cover in future videos. For a peek into my life outside of these investment videos, feel free to connect with me on Instagram. That's all I have for this video. We'll see you next time.